This is what we're going to be making today. It's a little bag, little gift bag. So you can put a little something in it. That's all the sides. I just used one stamp and stamped it twice. Have a little sparkle and a little bow. This is what I used. We have sorbet, my sponge and my ink in sorbet. So we will get that ready to go. I used a little clothespin on my to sponge, save my hands from getting as dirty. This is my bone folder. It's a close to my heart bone folder. This is what I used. We have sorbet, my sponge and my ink. This is my bone folder. It's a close to my heart bone folder. These are the hook and loop Velcro dots. Then we're going to use the sparkle assortment. There's 72 pieces that come in the bag. These are the round clear. We're just going to use one. This is the designer ribbon. It's the red collection, so you get 1 yard each of tulip, sorbet, and cranberry are the colors that it'll go with. So we'll use that for the little bow. Then this is the stamp set. It's a single stamp for this one, and it's called Pirouette Flare, and it is B1409. Then this is the Artiste cartridge, which is what we're going to cut it out with. This is our new Cricut cartridge for this year. Last year we came out with the Art Philosophy. This year we have the Artiste. It has another 700 images. It's an exclusive, close to my heart Cricut cartridge. Artiste. And this is the one we're going to do. And we're going to be doing from page 79, we're going to be doing the 3D object, this little bag right there. This cuts out at 5 1/4 inches, so I've cut it out already. So there you have that. So I peeled it off. You get the little handle parts. These are your flaps down below. This is the part you're going to glue on, and then all the little score marks, which you probably can't see in the video, but it just makes it easy to fold. You'll be able to see them when you cut it out. We're going to go around all the edges. You don't have to do much to it to give it some life. You know, it just makes it have a little pizzazz when you do that. That one you don't really need to sponge on because that's going to be glued over. You'll have to sponge it again once you score it, but this will so I'll just go around everything that is out there, and then you'll fold it on the score line. So I'll bend this over here. Keep that on that score line so I can see it, and I'll get my folder out, score that, and then I'll come in, sponge this, and I'll sponge this. Okay, and then I'll go down again and sponge this part. There's little tick marks here and little tick marks there. So if you just keep this edge along here, or you know, any straight edge that you can find to go along to, so that you know you have it squared across. This one up here, I'll have this to do too. There's a crease right at the top. Kind of have to hold your finger in it, in that top part, because there's not enough support behind it to going. So that I don't care if it's down real tight. So let's flip this one here. Let me do it. This part. Okay. There. We don't have to sponge the inside of that because that's not going to show, but you do want to get the outside here. And so that's all that, and then we have to do this part. So again, there's a little tick mark right here, and one right here, and then that Y is off to there. So I just want to kind of put my fingernails in there so it gets the crease going so I can feel it. And I won't push, I just push on it a little bit to make the crease. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm going to hold my thumbnail there, push that over, and hold my thumbnail at the top part here and push that in so that it goes, get that crease going. So you'll be able to see it better when it goes. So we're going to, but I will sponge all these folds right here when I get those down. So again, I'll make sure that this part is lined up with the edge and it's nice and crisp. I'll do it this way so you can see it. And fold that down. And then I'll just continue on. Fold that down. So, here we go. I want to put it over this part right here, and I want my center of the stamp to be in there. So I am going to kind of look it over there. I know that this kind of goes right in there, and like I said, I didn't even take this off the block, so it's just exactly the way it is on the stamp. You just have to, since you don't have a solid surface that behind it, you're just going to have to make sure that you touch everywhere to get it adhered down. So there's that part. And then I want to put another one, and I want it, so this is going to be the back of the bag because this is the flap up, so I want this to be the front. So when it closes, it's going to go down here. So I want this stamp over here. And I did this one the opposite way of what I did this one, and so you'll see in a minute what, it doesn't matter if you turn them over. Some it will, this one it doesn't, which side you get to the front or not. So let's put this up here. And I know I want my circle to be right in here because I want to put that, my bling right there. So I'm just going to kind of line that up. So that's in that corner. And we'll press that down. Like I say, you just want to make sure that you touch all the edges so that it goes on there. So there we have that. Or re-glue it rather. Let's take that same piece and smear it again. So to make sure, so I'll fold that back down. Gonna line this back up with it. And it's really nice once you sponge it because your lines are real evident at that point. Like I say, you get a little bit of time to work it so that you know you have it a good crisp line, and I do. So that is stuck there really good. So these two flaps I want to make sure go to the inside on the bottom. I want to make sure the one that's not decorated goes in, and then this one's going to go over the top. So I'm just going to run some glue in there. I just keep my glue upside down in a, I just have a little thing that it sets out to, so. Okay, so this one I can run all the way across on here, because I know that's going to go down. And this one I can run across on the inside of the top there, because that's going to be the inside. Unless I did it backwards like I did the other one. There. And you can kind of make sure it's squared up. So then you put it in the bottom. And I just run my bone folder across all the little pieces. This one's going to have the bling on the other side, so I'm going to get my little sparkle pieces. And I'm going to put it right in the center of the little circle. Push down on that. It's got a sticky on the back of it that comes with. So this, I just want to make sure it's going to fold down, and it does. So I'll get my hook and loop, the little Velcro dots here. I like the little fuzzy, there's a fuzzy piece and a harder piece, and I don't know if I'm doing it right or not, but I like the fuzzy piece to be on the top part. So I want that part to go there. So I'm just going to stick that kind of in the middle there. I'll push this down so it's good and solid there, and then just push against it, and now I have it so it closes. I like those because you don't have to be too careful with them. They just go in. Your ribbon around the outside. I kind of know I don't need it too long, so you want your bottom piece to be longer than your top piece. So I'm going to cut that about there. So when you do it, you'll put your piece out here, your short piece on top, your long piece on the bottom, and your long piece is going to come over the top through the fork. There's plenty of YouTube videos on how to do this. So get it to where you can pull it. You pull it tight, you bring that up over the top, and keep it tight. Kind of have to turn it to the side to be able to work with it. Make sure all my ribbon parts are straight, and tie that. And you can see that it's got your bow already. So then I'll just keep playing with this part here till it'll stay down. Slide it off. And cut this piece to go this way. This piece to go this way. Always get those mixed up. Put a little bit of glue on the back. Or if you have a glue dot, that probably works the best, but I'll just bubble that up there a little bit. Put that in the center. Hold it down there for a little bit so it sticks. Poof that up, and there you have your little bow. So that's the way that'll look. So again, it's michelesinkitstampit.ctmh.com or michelesinkitstampit.blogspot.com. See you soon. Bye.